you're all well. James here again from thattherelandpowertv.com. Hopefully you'll have seen in one of our previous videos we were down at Saxon at Claas UK. They had quite a big grassland equipment demonstration day, and as part of that day they were also showing off some of their latest loading machines in a bespoke built plant, you might say.
It is, yeah, it is.
So to tell us about one of those latest machines, which I think, if we look over there, is the Taurion 1511P.
Yeah, that's the one.
We've got Mr. Michael Ives, who is the expert in all things Claas loaders. So Michael, if you want to dive in front of one of these cameras and tell us all about it, I mean, for a start off, where does this new machine fit in the range?
So this is the new flagship for the mid-range Taurion. So this sits above the standard 1511. So the 1511P is 1511 power. So physically the chassis is very similar. It's just more power. So 228 horse compared to 188. Bit more torque as you expect with more power. Same engine just turned up. But the biggest difference, as well as the power, is the ground drive system and the hydraulic system. So you hear Rob behind me is barely making any noise. It's because the pumps are a lot bigger. So bigger ground drive pump, bigger working hydraulics pump, means the machine just runs a lot more efficiently. So we got a 6-cylinder DPS 6068 engine.
So is that the same engine that was in your previous 1511 or current 1511?
Pretty much, yeah, it's just turned up a bit. So yeah, the standard 1511 is 188, the 1511P is 228.
Right, so is this machine same weight, or where's it kind of?
It's a bit lighter, so he's been on a bit of a diet. So this machine sat here with this fork on, she's about 15.5 ton. So as you can see on the side of the machine, on the boom, we got a 16.2 horsepower per ton power to weight ratio, which is correct, and we've proven it. It's weighed up.
That's it, yeah.
And it's also got a bigger diesel tank. So around the other side of the machine, we've got a 300 litre steel diesel tank. So we can go for longer because the machine is working more efficiently. So this machine itself has been getting around 16 to 18 litres of diesel per hour. Bigger diesel tank means working for longer periods of time.
That's it.
Yeah.
It means you have to get off the seat a bit less.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah.
Means you can crack on.
Yes, yeah, yeah.
That's it. Well, what's the crack with this paint job that you've got on it?
So this is our demonstrator. So we thought we'd do something a bit special just to show it off, really make it pop. So we got a sprayed back end, so it's a metallic black back end, and then the boom is wrapped when we've put lots of facts and figures on it. So when we go to the shows, it's eye-catching to see lots of details about what's changed over and above a standard 1511.
Yeah. And would you say this Taurion is kind of now where you want to be with a clamp machine?
So yeah, so this is now pretty much classified, if we say that, because everything is a lot more. So what people are demanding with bigger power, more push, it's now adding up to be what people are asking for in the market. So it's still a very refined machine, so it's nice and quiet, as you can see here, but we've still got a hell of a lot of push with the machine going up the clamp.
And speaking of, the pushing power, and I suppose you could say driving style, is it something that people just sort of, I don't know, kind of have to adapt to or get used to? Or
well, compared to the main competition out there, this is a twin motor hydrostat, so the way the machine drives is a bit different. So you rarely have to push the left pedal, basically, unless you really want to stop quick. It's all done on your right pedal with your throttle, but you can just use the inching function of the left pedal as well. So yeah, they do drive a bit different compared to the rest of the competition, but you'll just see how Rob's going up here. It's just so smooth.
We are literally stood next to it.
Yeah.
And it is.
And we're having a sensible conversation.
I won't say sensible, but we're having that conversation. It's certainly nice and quiet.
Yeah.
And it's got that Liebherr heritage in there.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it's it's pretty much got that build quality.
Everything's still built to last. So everything's still chunky. So the boom is still nice and thick. The axles, the mounting, the chassis is all big, chunky. It's built to last. It really is.
And tell us about these lift arms, because with this one you've gone for, well, it's the parallel sort of lifting style.
This is our P kinematic or parallel kinematic, so twin rams at the front. So it's a bit more of an all-round machine. So we've still got the ability to flick, albeit nice and gentle, controllable. Also, we can put really big buckets on the front of the machine for doing loader demonstrations as well.
Right.
So grain bulkers, muck spreaders. We've had lots of people asking us to go spreading this spring.
Final one, tell us about this this clamp you've got here that you built at Saxon, and that you're filled with, well, what is it? Shredded rubber?
This is shredded car tyres. So it's rubber chip. So what you see typically in a horse menage. We debated lots of different materials for putting on the clamp, but we went with the rubber because we can now demo or get bums on seats all year round. So this is all part of our customer experience centre, and exactly like you see here, the Taurion is going up and down, flicking the rubber, and in essence it clamps like maize, it goes down like maize, it flicks like maize, and we can use it all year round, so it's not weather dependent anymore for getting bums on seats. Right,
so it could be snowing and you could still show off.
We have done that.
All right.
We have done that, yeah. We've been absolutely freezing. We've had bums on seats, getting the machine up on the clamp, getting people used to the way machines drive. We've had demonstrators down, we've had customers down, just to get people driving and clamping silage, essentially.
That's it. Well, it certainly looks the part, doesn't it?
It goes well, yeah. Especially with this black fork that Cherry have lended me, it goes well with this black machine.
Big shout out to Cherry.
Big shout out to Cherry. Thank you ever so much, Cherry.
That's it. So I'll tell you what, while we're here, let's just have a little stroll around. So
lots of LEDs around this machine. This machine's got 12, but you can go up to 14.
Yeah.
This is missing its LED headlights, a bit of a slip up with me ordering it. But this is the bigger diesel tank we said about.
There we go, it even says it.
Yeah, lots of facts and figures around the machine, so it's eye-catching at the shows. Adjustable mud guards as well. So flick the two latches, the mud guard goes in and out for more friendly for the silage clamp, and also you can flick the mud guard up just like that. Get it caught on my finger, there we are.
Swanky.
Nice and easy for being a bit more friendly for in the silage clamps.
Yeah, that's it.
And then the back of the machine is just overall just that little bit bigger because it's got a bigger cooling pack. So underneath it's still physically the same engine, or a similar engine should we say, just everything's turned up. Bigger air intake, I'm going to switch it off.
That's alright.
Yeah. Bigger air intake, much bigger cooling packs. You can see there's a huge fan going around inside there. Reversing fan is standard. And it's an enormous cooling pack up there.
Yeah.
And it's in the middle of the chassis, like it always has been, up and away from the dust. And then you got a fine radiator fan on the top, a fine mesh fan on the top, mesh on the top, but not a fan, to keep all the dirt out. So here's your bigger pumps we said about. So ground drive pump, working hydraulic pump, all bigger, chunky. You see the size of these pipes we've got dealing with here. It all adds up to just being a lot more compared to the standard machine.
That's it. You've literally just given it more of everything,
pretty much,
except the weight, which has been trimmed off.
Been on a diet.
Yeah. And that gives you that power to weight ratio, which is, what is it?
16.2. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, Michael, thank you very much for that. Thanks for your time. It was just a little quick one while we're here at Saxon because we couldn't resist having a look at this at this new machine. And like I say, I can't wait to get my hands on it, see what it's like. See what it's like compared to the competition.
Absolutely.
Because we've seen enough of them boys.
Yeah.
So it's it'll be good. And once again, thank you very much.
No problem at all.
Perfect.